Evening, everybody. So we're having a bunch of new events coming up today. Well, tomorrow, correction. First and foremost, there's gonna be a new event called Revenge of the Cursed Armor. I don't remember who or what. Correction, no, I do. Okay, Wrecker Shrimp is going to be actually a part of this event. Nerium. I do not know who that is. I have lost track of everything to this listing, so I'm completely clueless who Nerium is. Though I have a feeling I might know who she is, or he. I'm not 100% certain. So I'm looking forward to that one. Ragastrim is actually the guy that you see. Well, if you play the story, you know who he is. I've said this before, but Registream isn't so much as a good unit versus his damage and DPS, because for one, his actual ability takes away HP from him. What? How? I don't understand. Alright. So what happens is Registream activates his art. Upon activation, he either feints the enemy and then sends him flying upward. Mind you, this ability also, yes, it has like a higher percent chance to actually feint the enemy versus Zerg's feint, but he has a higher chance to hit it. Problem. The problem is that Versham actually drains his own HP as he casts his art. So as he's attacking, he's draining his HP, but also absorbing HP from the enemy. So your best bet to use his art is when your enemy is broken, so that he absorbs more HP than he takes away. And that's like the only problem with Registrum. Maybe you guys might find a way to avoid this. Personally, I don't like that, because that ruins the possibilities of survival, especially if your opponent uses their art and he just gets knocked the hell out. Let's see what else we have. Dungeon of Trials returns. A new 17th floor. I'm looking forward to this one. I really need to work on my Ifrit's equipment, because I'm really waiting for him to come out and global. I have him on, as you guys know, I have him on JP, but I'm really excited for him when he's going global. Mainly because I freaking ridiculously want him. So far, that's all we have that's pretty much new, other than the new bosses that were added recently. Oh, and yes, there was something else I almost forgot to mention. There is also something somebody pointed out. I failed to mention this to them, but True Evolution isn't so much of a hype as it is, as you saw what I did back in my other one. True Evolution requires a few materials. Like, you have to do these you have to battle big bosses just to get the materials. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be hard. It all depends upon which equipment or which battle you're going for. Some bosses might be easy to defeat. Some bosses might be difficult based upon your teams. So I'm gonna work on that when they come out, so that you guys may have an easier way and easier trip of how to battle. Maybe find people who are, have those units that you don't have. Comes in handy, the good old stuff. But one of the main problems is that there will be an event. There will be a battle where you won't have any continues. So if you think you could crystal it, and your units are gonna go, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna win, and one of your teammates dies, and you realize, oh, I can't crystal, no continues. That will happen. It literally will happen. Why am I telling you this now? Is because I'm giving you guys a heads up, a warning, in fact, that don't try doing this alone. Don't try doing this by yourself. Study, try to work, well, not study, try to work up a good team in order to defeat the enemy. Somebody pointed out, they go, oh, I want to awaken get Fenn's True Awakening. I'm going to remind you that most of these bosses that have no continues are the hardest bosses you'll ever fight in game. This is why I don't have any True Evolutions on my JP account. Because the materials that I require are bosses that are super ridiculously overpowered. And I will not be able to get into rooms with current GP players because I don't have a True Awakened unit. Now that I have Ifrit, I might be able to get into a room. Mind you, I'm going to be destroying my own teammates with my abilities, but hey, that's one of the drawbacks of Ifrit. He's really overpowered when it comes to being a flame unit, being a unit. Mind you, I should do a video a little more dedicated to his abilities, his skill sets, and to the fact of how he can benefit a team. But back to the point. This whole video is just explanatory, going into details and depths in both boss battles and the new stuff that's coming out. Not really most into the new stuff coming out, but mostly into boss battles. Why am I focusing on boss battles? Because they will be the most top ones that will be occurring, that we will need to know more about. So let me first get to the point and detail of who will be our first truly awakened units. Okay, there will be only 3 truly awakened units that we will obtain at the beginning of the game, and they are our chosen units. Correction. They are the units that we select from the beginning of the game. That one being Corsair, I believe. Next one being our friend over here. What's his name? Arth. And our friendly neighborhood fire one. Let's see what's his name as well. I forgot his name. Sorry guys. Here we go. Clyde. These 3 will be the first amongst all the units that we will acquire who will obtain True Awakening. The materials to get their True Awakening aren't as difficult as the next versions or the next patches that get True Evolutions. Though the things that will be difficult will be the big bosses, like Ifrit and our friendly, where is she? This one over here, the giant boss says Battle of the Silent Knight. The Silent Knight will also be a big boss that we will have to obtain materials from. Actually, correction, most bosses we will need material to obtain from every one of them. Including everyone, just every one of them. We will require materials. So far, Fen we have already 2 units, I do believe that. Oh no, I'm not certain. I believe only 1 of the units we will be having that already from Fen's True Evolution, but we have not gotten the stuff yet for it. I'm gonna warn you now, Ifrit will be one of the True Evolution materials for most units that will come out in the future. That's just a heads up warning. If you guys are really lucky and really talented and really did your work on your teams, then you would have no problem defeating him, but I'm still as curious as the next person as to how will the True Evolution battle turn out for Ifrit. I have never battled him on Japan because I already know I'm not going to defeat him by myself or even with other players. It's just that because I don't have the team and nobody will accept me in. That sounds stupid. But yes, that's very true. So far from that, other than from that detail, I can't really say much. Ifrit, between Ifrit and our Silent Knight over here, there will be a lot more difficult content bosses that will come out in the future. That is a big boss. We will be seeing one of them in the story in the future. So I will tell you to be careful with this boss, because it's not an easy boss to defeat, and it's a lot more annoying than you think. I've gotten my butt kicked by it so many times I can't even count. Quite honestly, I think I've got my butt kicked 6 times by it. And that's me and my team, yeah. My good teams. But that's Japan. I'm not concerned about this team, because this team is pretty much... My team's on this game, on the English version, is a lot better than my Japan version. But to the point, do make sure you prepare. Make sure you work strategies for your teams, and what gear you'll be using for your teams as well. Mind you, you have to prepare for a team for each big boss with proper gear, equipment, and set up for being ready towards, well, the big game night of battling a big boss. It might take an hour, maybe less, half an hour at least, to defeat one big boss at the true evolution level, because that battle is actually a rainbow star, meaning it's high ranked, meaning you gotta think about before you do anything. It's ridiculous, but it's very true. So good luck to you guys out there. That's all I'm gonna say today. Have fun, enjoy, and do your best out there.